It's another amazing episode on EWR podcast, Experience Luchi podcast. I have a guest, but before that, I would like to introduce this as my second 10th episode, where we'll give a recap on previous episodes so far. So before we get right into it, guys, you're welcome to the amazing episode on EWR podcast. Don't forget that this podcast is a platform for you to be expressive and a reality check. I'm your host, Luchi Gloria, and I have in the studio today Chukuma. Sorry, Michael. I have in the studio today, Michael. Michael, what's up?
Hello, hi, how you doing?
I'm fine. I think the first thing I want to talk about is I think I spoke about self-awareness in my episode 11.
Self-awareness.
But first of all, I really wanted to ask this. I have to. What's your first impression about me?
Something huge. Okay, first time I saw you, you were looking very composed. Everything about you just composure, maximum steez. You
Mm-mm.
understand?
Stop playing.
Yes, seriously.
Okay.
You're very composed. I think the composure is the main thing for me.
Mm.
And the rest I didn't really grasp any other thing again, just the composure.
Oh.
It's all over you.
I think my first impression about you is like, I don't know. I just knew you're a goofy person. But at the same time, I got the sense that when you are serious, you'll be very, very serious. So I was like, is he goofy or a very serious person? So
Very
I think
careful.
tread carefully.
Very
Okay, I think the
necessary.
first thing I want to talk about is self awareness. So we say self awareness, what comes to mind?
Mm. Self-awareness is just being aware of yourself, just as the word implies. You understand? Self-awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Just be aware of yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Your surrounding. Just like what I said when I first saw you.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum composure. You
Mm.
understand? You need to like check yourself. Am I doing this thing very well? Am I okay? You understand? How am I looking? Your look, how you talk, how you relate to people, you understand? You need to be aware of these things, you understand, and yourself. So I think in general, self awareness is just being aware or having a possible know how about yourself. There's this thing that when if I should put six here now, if I write six here,
Mm.
you'll be saying nine, I'll be saying six. You understand? So self awareness is just not just having a view of yourself, you understand, by yourself. There's also a view of other people on how they see you. You
Mm.
understand? So you need to work on these things also. Self awareness is just not looking at yourself alone, also
You
from
said
other
something and I'm
persons.
like, is looking at the view of people about you. So
Yes.
how do you consciously look at the view of people about you?
You understand? One thing in this life is just that you need feedback,
Mm-hmm.
feedback from
Yeah,
everybody. You don't just live your life like let me just live my life
based on your terms.
exactly
Well,
based
I
on how
believe
you
we should
see
live our
things.
life based on our terms. So.
It's good, but in a way, you may not know you're hurting some persons with the way
Uh,
you do some things. You understand? Maybe like me, in my rehearsals, I'm very strict. You understand? But at times when I ask, I'll be like, this thing I did, was it okay? You understand? Some person will say something like, it was okay, but the manner to which
mm-hmm.
I went about it. So everything just having feedback also. Feedback is necessary.
As like I said in my previous episode, that the ability for you to go back and reflect is golden. Like not a lot of people does that.
Yeah,
People would
very
just
necessary.
like act and they are not like going back. Okay, what went wrong? What happened? At what point did I mess up? I think Michael is highlighting feedback on everything you do as a person.
Yeah.
And I want to ask: have you been in a situation where you were like giving tribute to somebody? You've lost somebody before, someone really close to you.
No.
so you so you can't relate to this topic.
I
I think
swear.
the next topic I spoke about was I was giving a tribute to my dad. I lost my
Okay.
dad last year. So it was just me giving a tribute, highlighting
May
lessons I think
so
I
rest in
had.
peace.
Amen. Okay. The next thing we spoke about on previous episodes is insecurity. And I think everybody existing in this earth, on this earth rather,
Everybody.
everybody get their own insecurity.
No girl.
I'm very weird as a person. Like I think I have a very weird social skills. I highlighted that in that episode. So when you get insecurities, what's that thing that comes to your mind? Like, oh, maybe I say, I know they're comfortable about this thing, and how have that affected your relationship with people and yourself, basically?
First thing that comes to your mind when you talk about insecurities will be your looks. That's just it. Number one.
Oh,
Your how you look to other people, how other
yeah.
people see you. You understand? And there's some things, some of these things are like probably maybe trauma, maybe you were in
Mm.
primary school or secondary school. I mean, I figure big head who see me for class, they just give me name Ozengbe Hedinaka. You understand?
Yeah.
HOD, head of department. You understand? So throughout your life, you'll be like, ah, this is my head, get a CBO.
Mm.
You'll be conscious of the kind of hair you even barb. You don't want to do anything you say will make people come say, ah, see how
We
this person
bring out
looks. You
your head.
understand? So most of these things, insecurity most times is
Yeah.
is actually the physical part first, the appearance. You understand? People tend to look at the appearance first. Am I looking good?
Mm.
Ah, maybe you get like me, maybe get a moon nose now, my flat nose. So when I just deal with person, like now that time I go to show yourself say I get this insecurity, you understand?
Yeah.
You see me they touch my nose, I'm not ashamed, you understand? So one thing is just that you need to man up.
Mm.
This is what I have, this is what I have. That's why I be, that's why I be.
Mm.
No guy how I fit it do you understand? I don't believe in those botch like those people who go through surgeries
Mm.
just to have a perfect body. Nobody's perfect in the
Mm.
life, you understand? Life is full of imperfections.
Yeah.
So I think everyone should embrace their insecurities, you
Mhm.
understand, regardless. So that's that.
I think for me, I don't think I don't know. I think I'll be lying if I said I've never had insecurities with my physical appearance. But for me, it's always been my social skills because growing up, I was from a sheltered home. My dad was really into my business all the time, so I could not like relate to people. So I think I developed this like weird social skills where I, if you meet me for the first time, I'm saying a lot of rubbish. But I think I'm not getting. I'm serious. Well,
God, I beg you.
unless I'm very comfortable with somebody, if you need to see me outside, I think I have a weird social skills, but people don't believe that. Maybe I'm just the one analyzing that, but I think I don't know. For
Well,
me, it's just my social skills. Like I'm so conscious of it. I would prefer to just keep quiet and just keep moping,
yeah,
reserve my comment basically most times.
it's a nice approach. It's better you're just calm
But
rather than
sometimes when I leave that space, I'm like, hey, I for talk this thing.
but
No,
yeah, it's better to be sorry than
I don't know.
eh.
But I think I always say that I put myself out there. Like there are some roles people will give me now. Like, oh, you come and do this. I'm like, okay, let's try this, just to like help my weird social skills, like I would say. So when we speak about family, what comes to mind?
Well, for me, family is just like the first unit. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Of you grasping things in life, learning, knowing about things. You understand? The family you grow up in determines what you become, who you are, and stuffs like that.
Mm,
If you come from a broken home,
it shows.
it shows. You understand? It may even affect you probably in your marriage or probably relationship life. You understand? So in family, everybody is important. The father is necessary, the mother, the children, your siblings. Those people they talk say, ah, now only one picking and
Say
one born.
finish.
Ah, no, those ones they say now only one picking and one born. For
Yeah.
what? Have other children, you understand? Maybe two, three. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They should have siblings.
Yeah.
Even if possible, a male and a female child, because for them relating to their, maybe they have like their three brothers now, for them going outside to relate with ladies to be
Mm,
difficult for them.
yeah.
They look at it as something new. Do you understand? So it's same thing with the father. The father is not there to protect and stuff like that. The father is like a call to,
It's like
well,
a shelter. I don't know.
exactly, not
A
straight
head.
like he's like a military officer. You understand?
Okay.
I needed something to sound strict.
Street.
Yes.
Okay.
Once the father is there, maybe the mom, you check some videos on TikTok. You see,
Mm,
the mom saying, go back to your bed and all that.
mm-hmm.
The father just comes and like, straight. He didn't need to talk too much, you understand?
Yeah.
So that's just that for the man, the protection, the providing and stuffs like that.
Mm.
Then the mother. The mother is also necessary in terms of emotion. You
Mm.
understand? Most men, most ladies now, they don't even know how to they don't have emotions, you understand? They just
Mm.
do things. Probably maybe they never had a mom, you understand? They don't know how to express themselves, you understand? So mothers are very, very necessary,
Important.
very important. You
Mm.
understand? So that's that.
Okay, for me, when I was speaking about family, I think families is like family, your nuclear family to say. I always say that I'm grateful for my family because I think they've contributed greatly. I will always have conversations with my mom, and the kind of conversations I have with her, I'm like, imagine I did not have that figure in my life. A lot of
Exactly.
things would have gone wrong. I
Very,
don't
very
know,
wrong.
but in my head, I'm like, families are very, very important. And I say people go out sometimes and forget their roots. And I wonder what was
Facts.
going through their head when they did that. Because for me, I don't know, when I say for me, obviously my story. So for you, from your own aspects, when you see people that go out to school and like forget their roots in the name of, okay, I want to try something new. There's nothing wrong in trying something, like there's nothing wrong trying
Something
something
new.
new. But I think how you do it is what matters. I'm not judging, but I'm just like, okay, if you do not uphold your family roots, then what exactly are you portraying as a person?
Well, um, when you see those persons who go probably in schools and they try to do something new,
Mm-hmm.
everybody has their own life. You understand? So that's it. That's one. Then I think another thing there is peer pressure.
Yeah,
You understand? Peer
very
pressure,
another strong factor as a
very
person.
strong factor. When your friends influence you, you just there for the full set. Not only they drink malt, shame will they catch you. Insecurity will come in now. Do you
Period.
understand?
Yeah.
You be like, let me belong now. You know they don't say you like this thing. But small, small, when you take alcohol the first time, you take one shield any next time, say, this thing's sweet too. You don't enter body be that.
Yeah.
You understand? So I think peer pressure is among. Then when I say individual, everybody's different.
Yeah.
The probably the should I say how will I put it? What my parents
Did
like
the values of
the
your parents.
exactly or the knowledge they received then
Yeah.
and what you are receiving now, they're totally
Two
different
different
things. You
things.
understand?
Yeah.
Then some of what they do or believe now or how they act to life is probably mainly because of their religion also.
Mm.
You understand? Some then they'll say, Onye, not they wear trouser, or not they wear
Mm.
trouser for Kali church or stuff like that. Or you understand different
Yeah.
things. So I think me now growing up, knowing stuffs about how this thing has contributed in formulating how their values and
Yeah.
how they should act to people around them. So I'm not surprised, you understand? So
Mm.
that's why I just act on my own based on what I've
And I
grasped in
think
life.
when we talk about this, I always say that I think in that episode, particular episode, I was like the fact that you came from the street does not necessarily mean you have to end up in the street.
At all.
So I understand when people want to try something new, especially when the values of people, like your value as a person, do not align with the value of your parents. It comes like the disadvantage of having that family unit. You see a lot of domestic violent cases. You see a lot of.
Yeah.
So I get that part, but sometimes I don't get it at the same time. I don't know. It's giving conflicted interest. But sometimes I get it, but sometimes I'm like, okay, it's weird.
The he said something about the fact that he came from the street does not
Yeah,
mean
you have to end up there.
end up in the street. But the fact remains that there will still be traces of street
Your
vibes in
roots,
you.
yeah.
You understand? You can't do it without it. Don't they? You understand?
Mm.
So that's just that.
Okay. I think you highlighted something, and that leads us to the next episode where you said probably the religion of your parents, the doctrine they practice, do not align with, in quotes, the modern way of living. And I remember, I think I'm one of those people that got affected with religion because I think I am very, very, how would I say it? I think I'm a very loud person naturally, but because of my unit as a family and my religion, it made me very, very reserved. Because I remember growing up, I talk a lot, man, but now I would say few words and people like my reserve with that. And you will meet me around some people and I'm a very, very good talkative. So I'm like, what's the topic is what does your religion have to say? At what point do you think your religion has affected your life? Not the way you wanted, but because of, oh, now it's in my church talk, so now it's I go do.
Well, before I came here, I
Mm,
posted on my WhatsApp status. Um, when Vice President Kashim Shetima, he disbursed 90 billion naira
mm,
to Muslims to perform Hajj at Mecca. It's like a subsidy. You
mm,
understand? So I'm not a fan of religion. That's one.
mm,
But religion has actually affected me in different ways. You understand? I've had different experience. You understand? When from when I was young, I was very unforgiving.
mm,
Once you do me something like this, probably me and my brother will just play ball. Ah, you see me, I'm clear on goal. I won't score. You can't clear me. You fall me, you injure me, or do anything. Ah, I no go take unlikely with you. I go no say you knew what you were doing and you did it on purpose.
mm.
So for me to even forgive you, it go hard though. That match, I know they score again. Now your leg. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it actually affected me doing games, anything concerning games. Like if it's a competition, I want to win, stuff like that. They took me to church one day to Blessed Answer, and they were doing one program, and the priest was like, people with the heart of stone. So obviously my parents were like, now you all those kind of things. So
Mhm.
now push me go front too.
Oh.
So I just enter line like they just touch my head. They tell me small, small, small. Now so I fuck was oh look and go fit say healing don't come. After the ball I see mount, if you do me back I do you. Do you understand? So religion actually sometimes wetin no dey there your parents go make your parents feel say e dey there, e no dey there, e no dey there. There are some things, it's not about religion, it's not
Yeah.
about it's not everything that's spiritual. There are some things that are physical. You see somebody misbehaving, it
Yeah.
doesn't need, it's not a spiritual problem, it's something
It's
you're
a
supposed to
decision.
exactly.
Period.
So there are lots of things about religion that I don't want to talk about,
Yeah.
but
Sensitive.
well, I would have loved to talk about some. You understand? So I just think religion is just for control mainly. You
And I think
understand?
it's more
Control
of a structure put in place
and
just to
to
differentiate.
subject
Yeah.
people, subject and divide.
Yeah.
Not just tribalism. Tribalism is not even necessarily an issue. You
Yeah.
should look at it
I
very well.
think I for me I
See
think
Davido
both of the
marriage. See Davido marriage. P Square no come.
I no for me I think it's both, but it just depends on how people. I believe that me personally that religion and culture should evolve. As I also say that we should not neglect both. It's very important because I think religion has affected people positively, but
Yeah,
I think it has been like if I don't know how to say it. People are marks in their religion, and when people act, you ask. It's not really what
those
your
are
religion is
religious
saying. For me,
bigots.
it's like it's what God is saying about that particular thing. Because people would come and say this one now because say my church no they do this one, person can't do am. Is a problem. Oh. And for me, I have friends. I said this thing on that episode. I have all my friends, my close circle are not from my church. Like I have my very good friend are not from my church. And I'm like, does that mean that I don't know what I'm doing because of we are not from the same religion
No,
umbrella? So I'm
it
just
doesn't.
like saying people should step out of this religion circle and look at it from the outside perspective.
Very necessary.
Very necessary because a lot of time it causes a lot of I don't know. I get angry when I'm talking about this topic because they
Sha,
don't do me, sha.
the thing is just the concept. The
Yeah.
concept. To be sincere with you, the
And the knowledge
concept.
people think what religion I don't know what they think religion should be.
Religion should be taught in school.
Mm,
The priests go to schools to study
yeah.
religion. They have theology. They have philosophy. They study these things. You understand? Theology is probably the word of God. That's the Bible. Philosophy is probably how human mind, how we behave, and all that. You understand?
Yeah.
So people go to school to study religion. So I think religion should be a case study. They should be able to. They should understand and know that before the existence of Christianity, there was a religion that was trending on
Yeah.
this earth. That time we be say if they tell you say na like this, you no go believe say one day
And
Christianity
surprisingly,
go
for a
come up.
country that was colonized,
You
I said
understand?
this to the religion. I don't know. I said,
It was a tool now.
ah,
That's why they brought it
yeah, as
together.
a tool, yeah.
You
It's just
understand?
funny because a lot are just happening. My church say this on my church. I
It's
don't know.
see in totality it's just the concept. And if you check them,
Mm,
the three major religions,
yeah,
you understand? You talk about Christianity,
Islamic,
Islam,
yeah,
and Jewish.
tradition. Is it?
So
Oh, Jewish.
Jewish,
Oh,
our
okay.
top three check.
I
I
thought
think
in our curriculum
Hindu,
they practice like it was highlighted traditional,
Buddhist,
yeah. Then they
uh,
will not like group them
traditional is because it's Nigeria. If you're talking about the world, sha,
outside. Okay.
uh, if you check these religions, they operate on one thing, which is fear. You understand? Tell you
Yeah.
the existence of heaven and hell, the existence of
To explain some situation
you said
that I said to explain some situation that are beyond
you
the physical.
exactly
Yeah.
majorly fear. That's the concept they are using to hold people. So some persons be like, I don't do the same front, I'll go to hell. I don't do, you understand? Most of
Yeah.
them is fear and the concept of
Yeah.
God, what God
God
is to them.
is,
You
yeah.
understand? Some say God came in the form of man. Some say you understand
A lot of
different concepts.
a lot of
So that's
things.
just it.
And I don't know, but I spoke about my group. I don't know if you heard about it. You probably have seen it somewhere. Blessed to be a blessing. Is
Alright.
my charity, is a charity group. I don't speak about it much, but it's massive.
Man, I do wish me.
Is there like we just like do things? It's just a small group. We just do so many things, and I'm just like I wanted to highlight the importance of impact. People that do this, the impact they have on people generally, organizations, non-governmental organization, charity organization, orphanage, like how impactful it is in the society. Because I think them themselves they create a certain balance in the society.
Yeah.
So I don't think. Do you want to say anything about that?
Well, there's more blessing in giving, you
Yeah,
understand, than receiving. So I think it's good to give. Oh, who say no one give? Now you know this period will be say everywhere get a CB.
yeah,
If you say your hand
tight.
strong, you understand. If you do, you understand. But if you know, if you know buoyant, rest. Even Joseph during the times of famine, they
Yeah,
saved grain. So the way they were giving grains out was not the
mm,
way they were giving grains when the thing was in
during the
massive in
final, yeah,
abundance. So I think if you are giving, you should just not just give with your heart, also give
yeah,
with your senses. You understand?
yeah.
Be able to
Hmm.
know that may the money not go finish you. Father
I think I
Christmas.
just speak to her that give with your heart and also give with your senses.
Yes, so very
And
necessary.
from that, we spoke about the law of being a receiver. So for me, I don't know. I grew up in an organization where people always talk about giving, giving. Even the Bible, I highlighted this part of the Bible that said it's more blessed to give than to receive.
Sharp.
People always say that. But for me, reading the Bible, I think God gives us our own understanding for us to be able to like understand certain things. The Bible said it is more blessed to give than
Give
to
than to
receive,
receive.
meaning that there's a blessing that comes with being a receiver as well. So me, I don't know. I've been a victim. I always speak about my experience. I always like at the point where I'm lending money to somebody and the person is incapable of returning that money, because even the Bible said that we'll bear fruit in its own season, in our own season. So if somebody is investing in your life and there's no result, I think that was what I was trying to highlight on this episode, the concept of being a receiver, that you also have an obligation as a receiver. When somebody gives you something, in one way or the other, you have a way of returning that favor.
Okay.
So
Um, if you should check the whole concept about money, you
yeah,
understand? The concept about money, it can be associated with the concept of river,
yeah,
river bank,
hmm,
bank, river flow. There's a flow, cash flow. You
yeah.
understand? So water no is stay one place. You understand?
Highlight
River
that.
no is stay one place.
Yeah,
River needs to flow.
yeah,
There needs to be a bank where the river will store the
yeah.
water, and there needs to be a place where the river needs to flow. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So who did they give for life? We no wan make use of wetin they don't give
Give
am,
them.
whether gift or catch or kind.
Mm,
I think that person is being wasteful.
mm.
It's like those in the Bible when they talk about wasteful with talents that they
Yeah,
give to them.
I also highlighted that.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. I said I don't see this thing for dream.
The guy
So
got very young.
yes, it's very bad. You should not be wasteful. I think
Yeah.
everybody should make use and capitalize of on what they've given to them. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? If person give you, you are not buoyant enough, even though say not to just be grateful. At least aside being grateful, you understand? Maybe as a day now like this, um you are my employee. How do you call it? I'm under
And
you.
then
Okay, I'm
yeah,
under you now. I'm
I'm your
under you.
employer.
Yes, I'm your employee, and I'm working under you. You're paying me salary. Sometimes you give me incentive and all that. Then the time comes for your birthday, or maybe you're celebrating something,
Mm,
and I'm not able to give you a gift, maybe in cash. Okay, if I can't give you something in cash that you'll be able to appreciate, because probably you're buoyant than me, I,
mm.
I think I should be able to come and say, ah, I have this talent, I can sing.
Thank you.
Let me arrange these people. Let this person know how grateful I've been to him or her. You understand?
Mm.
So you organize, like me, I they sing. I organize choristers for you. Well, salo, body go sweet the person. Body go sweet the person. No, that's just the fact.
Yeah.
You understand? The person will be very happy. And see, you go just dey do things for you. You just dey surprise, you dey see unmerited favor from that person.
Mm.
So there is actually showing the person that you are grateful, even though you can't give with your and you
Ah,
can give it your um
talent.
talent. You understand? So I think it's not all about
I don't.
receiving.
I don't know.
Receiving,
Yeah. My
collect,
daddy will say yim yim yim. It means collect, collect every time they are
go
giving you.
shock you.
But I don't know. This is a mentality in Nigeria. Is a normal thing. People go fight you for your own money where they owe you. I don't know how that works, but someone will borrow money from you. I spoke about my own experience. If you have, I would love you to share. I think I would just speak about one out of many actually. And I remember the girl asking me in question that, oh, did she send me this money? For me, I can't score, the can't score, I need transport. For me, I can't score, I'll give you the money. And I remember just asked, like, I eventually gave her, even though my heart tell me, say, oh, you shouldn't give her this money. I still gave her. And eventually, when she was supposed to pay me back, I don't know how to drag money from people.
Oh,
I had respect myself.
I won't borrow
My,
money for your hand.
I avoid it because I know how I get. I don't like embarrassment. I don't like being out there. I just like my own space. So I remember like asking her for the money the first time. And she was like, okay, I'll pay you, send your account number. I don't send my account number like five
They
times.
play.
So it's 1 year after, and I asked her, how far this money? That's where you want go. And she was like, if this money won't cost score between two of us,
Eh?
where I send my account number, I said she go send me the money.
Don't worry.
The account number still a track. Oh.
Shey, shey.
So I'm like, I said something about when you ask somebody for money, sometimes it's true. Like life is not, it's not a bed of roses for a lot of people. So when you give them money, sometimes it's really difficult to pay back. But people don't see it as a thing that when you promise to pay back, when you are not able to pay that money at that time, you should call and say, "Oh, bro, so I'm not saying me I dey owe you money." Oh, say, "Okay, just give me time." If that time you should not still say, you still call the person. It's just say, but so for people they look you, they look me. I know say they owe me money. You pass me, I will pass you. Go they quarrel with me on top my own money where they owe me. So I'm like, do you have any experience like concerning what I just said? Because it's crazy.
If
That kind of mentality, man.
well, it is aside the experience, that's too good though. Hmm. My own is just that first thing first is that
Yeah,
borrow money that you can afford to lose. Any money you are giving out to
I've
anybody,
learned that.
say you dey borrow am, just know you can afford to lose that money. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you don't just borrow money that you can't lose, even though just bear am for mind say at least na half I go take. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? So there's this girl, her name is Ella. This girl dey dash me money die.
Mm.
Small time, small time. I say sure. So there was one time I was having difficulties. I say, abeg borrow me oh. It was sounding different from her to her, I understand. And she borrowed me the money, I paid her.
Mm.
But if I want you to dash me, I'll tell you dash me.
That
You understand? If you dey find money, say you want me to dash you. Talk say me dey dash you. Wetin come be say borrow me when you know say you no go pay? Come dey no 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 no. So the first thing just that, just know that as you dey give this person this thing, just
yeah.
know say na dash. If you tell you say borrow me 5k or 10k,
Mm.
tell am say I no get o. But anyhow, use this until body, press
Yeah.
2k, no give am the 5k. Simple as that. But you know, human beings dey bad, you understand. E get
Yeah.
one
We
case
are
wey be say I
funny.
know of. The man just na share worker, I be sorry, how do you call this thing? Offshore.
Mm.
Came back from offshore, dey para am. Say, abeg o, I need this, I need this thing. He say e no get because he know say this person na person wey be say
Get.
debtor, e no dey
Yeah.
gree give out back. So I say I no too get like this o, but see wetin go happen, make I give you this one, na this one dey with me.
Mm.
Give the man o. The man say thank you. Say, say you get this thing, no one go give me. I say, hold the man like this. The man don't go now like this now. So human beings are wicked. So me, I not still care. Oh. Now wait till them my mind I go give you. We live once. My shop my money way.
But it's funny. Even I gave a lot of example. Like even for someone that is starting up a business, obviously you need funds to fund your
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
For people that are into business, you would know. So I used to say, like, at the point where I knew about business, like when I became aware, I know there's a time we'll go to the bank and you say you need this particular amount of money,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll give you a time frame for you to like pay. And when you're paying with interest.
Yes.
So for individuals that go collect money from people, I don't know. Like I just think that I don't know how I want to say this to make people understand that just be nice. So okay, if you go and borrow money from bank now, obviously bank comes with consequences. Okay, I'm a private loaner now. You borrow me 5 million now, you're telling me to come and pay that you pay me back within 3 months and you're unable to pay back. So in my head, I'm like, you as a business owner, how do you intend to grow if you cannot? There's I like you said, there's a cash flow, there's a cash bank. So if you're not able to do that, if you're not able to like you are given so that you can be able to give back. So for people that cannot do that, me, I dey try hammer on these things. How can we help our situation? Like being able, being capable of understanding the law that for who is giving, I won't speak this English now. So who they don't give,
Mm.
you must give back. So as much as we expect good receivers, we all good givers, we also need good receivers. People need to be able to complete that rotation. Even the richest man on earth, they do this thing. Say you go
Yeah.
collect money, you go still give them back. The discipline to give back because I don't. Hey, I've seen cases. I don't tire.
Daughter, yeah.
I don't tire. Like,
Um
hi,
well, the fact remains that you can't force anybody to be disciplined.
true.
You can't force this person to have the awareness that you're supposed to do this thing, you're supposed to
Hmm.
do this thing. This life, check now. Check your Bible or just browse the lyrics. When God said, I the Lord I create good and I create
Create
evil.
evil.
Do you understand? So just imagine say everybody be like those persons where they talk, say everybody get that notion of discipline. The
Yeah.
world don't go balance. You understand?
True.
So you can't stop those things. Some persons are entitled to the way they think or how they want to handle their cash. If they say they don't want to give you back, if they say they don't, you see, even bank,
Money. Oh.
Fidelity Bank, I guess, Abi. Oh,
Hmm.
sorry, Heritage.
They're all closed now.
Yeah, sharp now. And what's it cause, all those
No.
boys so they borrow, all those
Yeah.
girls so they, all those women, all those markets for everybody. So aside from borrowing from bank institution, people they borrow from people normally and they do
Hmm.
the same
The
thing.
same thing.
Bank they incur bad debt. Who are you not to incur bad debt? So you close your eyes, swallow everything.
I think what stood out for me from what you've been saying so far is that borrow what you can lose. I think we need
Exactly.
to correct that. Even now, I don't dey preach the same thing to my siblings. You come and say, this guy tell me say I borrow money. I say, bros, if not 5 get you get. I will just give am. No borrow waiting, you
Sharp.
come out with disturbing me later. So for me, I always say that we should learn to appreciate, like start celebrating efforts. Because I always watch to encourage myself sometimes. And I know people have actually done their best. Like I know. Sometimes if you get some aspect of my life where I know I don't do my best. But unfortunately, sometimes our best is not enough and I cannot
At
kill
all.
myself, I come home and die. So I'm saying this episode was titled Cheer Up. It was an episode to celebrate the hard workers for people that are giving their all. I sincerely know a lot of people that have given their all, but the effort is not efforting. Like the effort is not bringing the result that they need. So, what would you say to like encourage ourselves because it's not easy here. The country is hard, man.
As in
The country is hard. People are giving their two for, and it's not
so
still giving. It's not still giving.
before should I even say anything? And to sing go celebrate me. Now when I dey alive. Yes, now that music says it
Yeah,
all. Do you understand?
yeah.
We dey see ourselves, say, big man. Give
Mm.
deserve if that person deserves an accolade, give the
Give the
person
person
his accolades or
accolades.
her accolades. You understand? Not be when the person don't die, now can they pay tribute?
Oh, you
Hey,
try,
he
yo.
was a great man. You go write a piece to know David the life before. You understand? During days like his birthday or her birthday, you come and say those things to the person.
Yeah.
Person will feel encouraged. Even if you want to leave 1 year before, extra 2 years, go serious though. You're not gonna understand. The person will feel motivated to want to do more.
Do
Do you
more.
understand? It's not every time you're complaining. Ah, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
So I think everyone should be appreciated. You understand? We don't try, no easy. One
Noisy.
thing about Nigeria, we are survivors. Like we survive.
We do.
We're not
I
living, oh.
yeah.
We're not living in this
What do
country.
they do? They
We're
survive.
surviving
Survival of the
serious. Oh.
fittest. I think something I also highlighted on this episode is self affirmation because I always tell myself, like if you don't believe in your own growth and in your own at your own pace, if you don't move at your own pace, it's going to be difficult. So I talk about self affirmation that sometimes people may not always be there to celebrate you. So you owe yourself that to celebrate yourself, your
Yeah,
little sources that people don't get to see.
at all.
I always speak about my YouTube channel. I think I started YouTube 2021 fully. And I remember like going from 100. And that time, every time I wake up 101, 102. We see they
Chai,
climb the 104. But
it's not
people don't
easy.
see. No, seriously, people don't see that because people. My mom asked me how many is your subscribers now. I'll be like, oh, it's 218 now, and she's like, it's still there small. But she did not see at that time where they look and they see 96 subscribers and they see 97. So I'm like, how in your own part in your own like in your own life, how well do you give yourself that self assurance? You use that self affirmation when you wake up. You say, bros, you don't try today. Or tomorrow we go again. So how well do you and how has it affected you generally as a
Okay.
person?
When I was young, there was this my dad used to say, you know, red lizard, I got my lizard.
Yeah.
I got my eyes on you. Once he said, once lizard fall from up, if you, boy, as he land for the ground, go look everywhere. Nobody they look am.
Mm-hmm.
He go nod himself, he head. He say, I try. You
Yeah.
understand? That's what it means. You understand? So even if as you dey struggle like this, you dey do things. Nobody there around to praise you. Probably the ones who you don't do. Nobody see them. You
No
understand?
evidence.
You understand? You go explain to her. You know, I don't do this. This one. No, you understand? You just reassure yourself you are doing well, you're doing better, you're improving on yourself. You
Yeah.
understand? So I think that's just it. Just and for self affirmation, it works. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it works. You understand? Because you create what you speak. So there's this place I was working that time. It was an hotel. This supervisor, they worry. So as I dey go work, first now say, eh, if this woman see me today, you not go see me. Because me, I hate issues, you understand?
Yeah.
So I just give myself many self affirmation words. If I go dey trouble will see me pass, stuff like that. And trust me, it works, you understand? But we should be sincere with ourselves, not be every time they work. Because you can't be defining the law of nature every day. You understand? There needs to be a balance. So imagine yourself affirming every day that you will say, you have more than 100K sales. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You can't go one day, you can't see 20. Who you want shit? That day must come. Other people no go say, why you? So
I'm
that's
not
that.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it because I just feel like the kind of accolades we give people out there, we should learn to channel it to ourselves. I think my podcast theme for this season is personal journal. It's just focus on self because I think when we have a good relationship with ourselves, it just helps generally. Sometimes, like I always say, truly self affirmation no fit turn out in your favor, but the fact that you just believe, say, regardless, I'm okay. Even though you're not okay, but what can you do? You have accepted that part,
Yeah.
okay. It's beyond your control. And I think I've gotten to the point in my life where anything that is out of my control, I remove my hand. Like, I don't like
Leave it
stress.
for God.
I don't like stress. I think we're rounding up this episode by talking about the feeling of contentment. I remember sending you this, I think it was the last thing I sent to you.
Exactly.
The feeling of contentment.
Should be honest, ourselves. Is there anything like contentment?
There is.
There is.
I
Oh,
think it just the feeling of contentment just keeps me grounded as a person,
well,
personally.
I get where you're heading to,
Mm,
but you're not actually contented because when you were on 100 YouTube
subscribers.
subscribers, why were you not contented with 100 YouTube subscribers? That's it. You understand? Everybody wants more.
Everybody, but I don't think being contented stops your growth. I think I had that a very deep conversation. One of mine. audience on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see it. Is very I respect the person, but he kept saying that truly sometimes we don't need to be available to what life throws at us, even though we want to feel okay, we want to feel satisfied with that point we are in life. But for me, I don't know. I always speak from my experience, so and that's why you are here.
Yeah, yeah, I
So when you
understand.
hear contentment, like for me, it's just at that point in my life where I am, I mean where I'm at. English.
You choke. Right now.
I share that place where I dey for my life. I know say I don't do my best. I always talk about doing your best because in school it helped me. When I know say I don't do my best, I know they kill myself. Oh.
At
Like,
all.
what can I do?
What you want to do again?
What can the righteous do?
Sure.
So I'm just saying that at that point when you know you've done your best, I'm not saying you should stop. The hunger for growth should not be there. Like I said, as far as there's growth in my life, there's development in my life. I don't have an issue. I used to talk about when I was in school. Ha, pressure. The pressure was high.
Otilo.
It was high.
Aye.
Let's leave it. But I'm just saying that a lot of things will be thrown at your faces. How many of it do you want to compete with?
No.
Today, like, so that is when the feeling of contentment comes in, when you accepted your fate that this is where I am. Oh, when I
Okay.
reach that level I will celebrate, but for
And
now,
that.
nah. That,
Okay.
yeah, this, so that's what I'm talking about.
Well,
So from your own perspective, what, because truly your question is valid, is there really
yeah, yeah.
contentment? But then
Understand.
again,
Hmm. Sense of contentment. You've said everything. Oh.
I
Because yes, now because as I dey here like this now, maybe if I dey earn probably like
mm,
30, you
mm-hmm,
understand? Um, I may be contented with that salary.
yeah,
Probably it's maybe it's giving me all my necessities.
mm-hmm,
Just for example, but you said something which is good. As you advance in life, you can't see one girl. I like marry.
mm,
30 cannot be okay for you and that girl. So
truthfully.
you need to step up, understand? Grow. When you
Mm-hmm,
grow again, go drop one, go drop two.
true.
If not 50 or 100, you know go dey okay for, you understand? So contentment and growth goes
They
together.
goes together.
There's one
Yeah.
thing when I was in school, um my form master, I always carry third, JS1 to JS2. First term, second term, third term, just like that. So the second term of JS2. Before then, my remark for that term was satisfactory conduct. Satisfactory conduct. The English too big for me as at that time. So I asked my dad, I said, that was satisfactory conduct, and he explained it for me. I say me, and my form master say I get satisfactory conduct. He don't know me. The next time GS2, the guy that took first, he got me with point one.
Mm,
Like let me say his average was 79, mine was 79.
mm,
The point one he had and I had point zero. That's the
mm.
only thing. So I just did it to like prove a point. You understand? So the fact that some persons are just like the way they are does
Laid
not
back.
mean
Yeah.
exactly they can't push. You understand? But in life, it's good for you to grow and still have that feeling of contentment at the same time. So I grab what you're saying. That's nice. Thank you, man.
And why I always say about I speak about this contentment, because I don't know, probably because of what Generation Z, a lot of things are happening. Like at my age, I always say this: I'm considered broke because we now have people in their.
You're considered broke.
I'm considered broke
What
now.
about me?
No, but seriously, like you see, I thank God this thing happened today. I was coming to work today. Someone, a guy younger than my younger brother, was with an escort.
Pressure.
Latest saying,
Pressure.
and I do you know the funny thing. I saw this, but I was like, this guy fresh show. What's up? Like, how is this person? And it was giving fresh boy vibes. And immediately, like, my brother was like, this is my junior in school. I'm like, okay.
Otilo.
Ah,
That gonna put your hand. Oh.
I'm like,
Small
what
boy.
is going on? What is going on, really? So sometimes when you see all these things, I ask myself, how long can you compete? Today, this person is using iPhone 16. Don't come outside like this now.
Oh.
The pressure, everybody on they gather, when they gather their money,
Sorrow.
when they're going to use by their own. So, given the kind of situation and the kind of outcome we have now in the society, just being contented. If I'm earning 50,000, like you said, I know there's some things I used to say is I got my first bag get some all these our paparazzi bag. I
Yeah.
got mine at year two. And when I tell people like I lie, I'm like, I get money where I want to go buy a luxurious bag at that point. Even till now, say if you get some bag, if you touch some bag, they'll call 30K. You look the person where they
Advise
buy.
yourself to
I am at the wrong shop.
very wrong shop.
I'm at the wrong shop. But I'm saying it gets to a point. I think when it's time, it's time. So at this point, I think being content that it just kills me at that point. Where okay, oh, this person they use lessons. No, me I never get anyone at least. Well, when that
Tokumbo. You dey use your Tokumbo now. Sure, life not hard.
so I agree what you say that contentment comes with growth. This fact that you give room for growth and you're like, okay, this is the point I am, and there's room for improvement
Yeah.
is very like necessary.
You know, when I was even young,
Are you not old now?
I still young. Oh. I'm still a young boy. So okay, then they will tell me my dad will tell me that how they put eye for another person thing, you understand?
I do know I
Because
said that
people will come
while
to
walking.
say I dey thief your
That
you
was what I
understand?
started the episode with. My daddy will
Really?
always say, "Aya gya banana and mado."
Na Igbo dey use to tell
Igbo,
you oh,
they tell me every
they
time.
use
Oh,
beke oh, correct English so I go hear because na we net I dey go. So as e dey talk am e dey drag ear for you, you
yeah,
understand? So we no dat time if if we go outside so we come see children, we no dey beg dem, we go inside house and you dare not open your mouth talk say mommy buy dat thing for me now. No, you no try am. The one wey dey buy for you na you go eat.
you use
The one wey
go
I
do
get
you.
na you go use. You understand?
Yeah,
So no let anybody pressure you. Just do wetin your power reach.
because really, when you succumb to that
Okay,
pressure, it's giving
okay.
recklessness.
Girls dey wey be say see the tone to decay that time. They dey
Mm,
act film. Boat 5 babes. Need to be boat 5. Blackberry.
yeah,
That ancient phone. Now we dey talk about wetin now.
iPhone 16,
Just imagine now say you be girl. Then because of
both
pressure
five.
that time, you sell your body. Now wetin you go dey do now? Your soul now you go dey sell. You understand?
That's
Or
deep.
you be boy now.
Yeah.
Because that time now, okay, Mo will say during our Father's Day.
You they
Uh,
go far. You get one time when Ben's ring.
they would they use Benz again. Sure. All those boys, they're not gonna use if they see you, they use if me like this, say I come
Yeah.
enter street, I come pick money. They go look me say if I dey use Benz, they go call me small boy. They go say son, so just dey start this thing. They go know, you understand?
Yeah.
So all this is no boys that's how Victor they sing that song. He touch many boys. If we no get the money, what do we gain? They hustle.
Yeah.
So no let anybody pressure you. Some persons don't put hand for it they don't put
For
before.
the leanest thing.
Do you
For
understand?
Gene of 50K.
I
As you hear
beg.
now the problem, your problem now don't.
Some people don't go outside their maybe disciplines. Maybe say, I don't do this kind of thing. Oh. They don't go, they don't they do stuffs like this. You understand? And it's very, very, very bad.
And no matter how we want to justify bad behavior due to pressure, I don't think we'll be able to because people
It's
hmm,
it's it's the current trend now. The current trend
I
now
don't
is
know.
money over value.
Period.
You
The
understand?
end justify the end justifies the means. People are not bothered about the
The
means.
means, yes
Now
now.
the end
And
result. Now that's why I
money go
always
come,
say
it go come.
and that's why I think that when you look at people's life, don't just judge them because I think really people have done their best. To me, I speak for my own
Don't
self.
see reason
Self.
now. Say it's not still
Ah,
not a justification. Do you know what people have gone through?
that's what I'm saying. That don't
Uh-huh.
judge people based on the results.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
now
yeah,
the
yeah.
popular
People
word be
use
say you
yeah,
go
yeah,
judge
yeah.
you talk no evidence.
You
So far
expect
evidence no day, people are not
nothing.
interested in what you've been through.
True, true,
So
true.
it's that and that. I'm so happy that I had you on this episode today.
Thank God.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
God.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much, Michael, for sitting with me on this episode. I
Thank
learned
you.
one or two, and I hope like your opinion was different from mine, so that people can like, okay, we had second thoughts on episodes we talked about so far. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I
And like you
appreciate.
were saying, right, Michael is repping our brand, and I'm also one of our
Clear.
so I'm still working on it, guys. It's taking a lot of funds, it's taking a lot of my time. I've not even given my full time to it because I really want to have a merge line for this podcast. Well, eventually God no go shame us.
No easy. It is well.
Okay, guys, don't forget to listen to this podcast on all platforms. Apple Podcast, Spotify, and on my YouTube channel is going to pop on the screen. Please subscribe. I also have a weekly vlog on Thursday on my Ask Luchi segment. Please get in there to get some aspect of my life just to get to know me better. Okay, follow me across all social media at Oluchimitezi on X, formerly Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. We also have a podcast page, EWL_podcast. Like I always say, let's spread love because God is love. Love is God. I'm your host, Imitizi Oluchi Gloria, and in the studio today we have
Michael.
now I can be your name.
This is my name. What change?
Bye. Have a blessed week and God
Bye.
bless. Bye.